Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast, Friday Night SmackDown recap edition. We are your hosts, Kyle Tyson and Mr. 8984, or 8984, yeah, RN. Still fucked up with that nameplate, man. How you doing tonight, RN?
Feel good. Shit, this is the first time we've done SmackDown in a while.
It's been a minute. Bama's been filling in for you. Bama's been doing a great job. I like working with Bama. He's a good guy. But yeah, glad to have you back doing SmackDown with me. Came back for an interesting show. SmackDown tonight was very hit and miss. Like they hit some stuff, they missed some stuff too.
I was going to say it was a perfect go-home show, but I just realized it's not the fucking go-home show.
It's like a go-home show to their own little weird thing, because they're doing the WrestleMania SmackDown where we're getting was it a four-way tag match or a three-way tag match? No, it's a four-way tag match.
Four-way tag match because they were all in the match tonight, and then Andre the Giant.
Battle Royal,
and then something else. I can't remember what else they said, but
yeah, it's weird. It's really weird what they're doing with that. So it's kind of, in a sense, a go-home show for that.
I don't know. Like, you got a show broke up into 2 days. Like, you don't need, like, you didn't need to. You could have put one show in the pre-show of both of these. Like,
they're gonna advertise it, dude. You're getting WrestleMania 3 nights in a row. That's how they're gonna advertise it.
Well, they already started. So there was like the WrestleMania pre-show or like kickoff or something. They said it was something weird like that. When they were describing the show, they literally said WrestleMania SmackDown. I do remember that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, we had some interesting stuff tonight. Everything that was with Edge and Roman and Daniel Bryan was really good.
Yeah.
The women's, everything to do with the women's division right now is a complete shambled mess. Both Raw, SmackDown, and their tag teams. All championships feel worthless right now, or at least the feuds. Just god awful. What else though? What else did we get? Ray and Dominic is turning into a pretty cool story. Really wish they would ditch the overly scripted promos for those kids.
Right.
But yeah, that's turning out actually pretty good. I like the idea of the first ever father and son tag team champs. That's a pretty interesting sell in itself right there.
Yeah, I normally I wouldn't be into it, but like you said, just the history and finally giving Dominic some gold, that's the only reason I'm into it. Like, It's time to get him going. Like, he can't be with his fucking dad for 3 more years. Like, come on, man.
Just get it on him, get a good moment out of it.
Yep, rip the Band-Aid off, let's keep it moving.
Yeah. Listen, you guys, if you're new to the show, we're a wrestling recap podcast. You can catch us live on Twitch, twitch.tv/puttingyouover, where we cover Raw, AEW, and SmackDown immediately following the shows. If you want to catch the live recap of NXT, head on over to twitch.tv/SmackDown podcast. And of course, if you ever miss any of the live streams, you can go over to youtube.com/SmackDown podcast. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell over there. We are in the works of coming up with some new content for YouTube. Please stay tuned to that. We'll be making announcements periodically over the next month or so on what we are planning on doing with YouTube and the show itself. Also, lastly, everyone likes to watch their wrestling content, listen to their wrestling content. However, if you want to read up on your wrestling content and wrestling news, please go over bookmark WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Bunch of awesome people over there, and they are gracious enough to make us their exclusive recap podcast. So want to shout out them. Big thanks to those guys. Support them. Oh, man. Hey, look. We actually have some people on the live stream. That's a first in a while for SmackDown. Vanessa's in here. Hey, Vanessa. Katie's in here. I know she's going to say something about RN's nameplate. I have forgotten to update it.
It still says Mr. 8985.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute since we've done the show. I saw it as you hopped on camera, and I was like, crap. I'll fix it next time. It's RN's Twitter handle is Mr. 8984, folks. Please.
And we have no idea how long it said Mr. 8985.
It's been months. It has been months. Oh, man. Katie's telling me to fix it now. No, I got to go to like a website, and then I have to run like a Photoshop app. It's just too much work to do right now. I'll do it after the show sometime. Anyways.
Allegedly.
Oh, man. So, RN, you fresh off vacation. You had a good vacation.
Yes, sir.
Down in Florida.
No kids. A real vacation.
Oh, shoot, man. I actually kick off my vacation starting tomorrow. But instead of getting away from people, I'm just actually bringing everybody to my house. Currently, right now, my mom and my dad, along with my brother, are driving here from Maine as we speak. They left about 3 in the afternoon. If they don't stop anywhere, or go to like a hotel, they'll probably get to my house at like 6 a.m.
That's a hell of a fucking drive.
Hell yeah. Hey, look, dude, if all the work I have to do is hang out with people and shoot podcasts at night, it's good enough for me.
Right.
I'll take it, man. Just let me sleep until like 10 in the morning some days. I'll be good. But SmackDown tonight. Once again, it's if I had to judge this whole show as a whole, take all the parts of it, I'd give it probably just a C. It was serviceable, had some ups, had some weird ass downs. So with that being said, let's get into it. We kicked off the show with an Edge promo. The rated R superstar has officially returned. He just confirms that over, since what was the pay-per-view? Roadblock? Since then he's snapped. Fastlane. Yeah, Roadblock was like,
you had me think like, wait, what the fuck was it?
Yeah, man.
I hate this. I'm being honest with you. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like, I know why they're doing it, so Roman or Daniel Bryan doesn't have to take the pin. But like, this is not the Edge we wanted. This is not the Edge everybody was on board for. Like, he is a better heel. Yeah. I mean, just categorically, like throughout his entire career, he was a much better and much memorable heel, even though he was a good babyface as well. But this is not what everyone signed up for and what everybody got behind. Like, it's bullshit to me. Yeah,
me and Bama had a really good talk about it. We were like, what if it's this? What if Edge does become champ, but it's not the triumphant babyface return. It's the heel Edge. And not only that, he does it by delivering a concerto to Daniel Bryan. We thought the parallels were crazy because Daniel Bryan is essentially getting to repeat or closely resemble a repeat of his WrestleMania 30 outing. Right. Where he has to go through all these arduous tasks to get into the main event. But we've already had one side of that coin. We had him win it. So what if they get to retell that story in the biggest middle finger way possible with Edge taking him out, concerto, all the drama about the concussions and stuff like that?
The only reason why I don't think Edge will win is because of the amount of dates he supposedly has in his contract.
Yeah.
Like, if he supposedly it's only like 4 to 6 actual matches in the contract. So if he's the champ, that means he ain't gonna be defending that motherfucker at all if he's only got 4 or 5 matches, because this will be the second match, right? Second or first match since you've been back?
Crap, that's a good question.
I think
because he had his return SmackDown match against Jey Uso the other week.
If you count the
Royal Rumble. So he's had 2 matches this year, the Rumble and his match against Jey Uso.
And then he had the match against. He had 2 matches last year, right?
Yeah.
So that's 4 already.
Well, he was going to have more matches last year. The injury.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm counting what he has so far. Like all the reports said that it was like he signed for 4 to 6 matches.
Yeah.
Like appearances and everything is different, but actual 4 to 6 matches, that's already 4 right there. So, yeah. I mean, if you count last year's.
I mean, it would serve the same purpose that Brock held the belt, Right. He'd be heel. I mean, I'm just intrigued by the swerve of it all. The whole babyface comeback triumphant thing, I think is kind of played out. I kind of do prefer the edgy, no pun intended, but like the heel version of this. I'm kind of on the opposite side of this with you, man.
Well, it's not so much the heel or face or whatever, is that it goes back to the whole reason why we got behind it to begin with. It was Edge coming back from injury, another old timer that everybody shit on, but eventually everyone was behind because of what he was doing. Now they kind of flipped that. Now he's being a dick. He's not putting anybody over. He's not, doing the opposite of what all these old timers did. Like that's, to me, like it regressed back to what I hate about these old 40, 50-year-old dudes getting fucking title shots and getting big money matches at WrestleMania. And it becoming the 3-way on top of that. Like
I know. Still a good story in my opinion. I'll tell you one thing I wasn't a fan of was the promo itself. It felt very, very written by somebody else. Like
right. Like not Edge at all. That's
soulless.
No.
You could tell the promos that Edge, like the stuff that Edge was cutting last year, it felt like it was genuinely him. But tonight's kind of missed the mark, man. It just felt like
you said, it felt like somebody else's words with him speaking. Because even when Edge was a heel, like all his shit, like when he would like tear somebody down or talk shit about somebody, it was always with like a tongue in cheek or like a smile to the camera, like fuck this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm better. Like this old ass bitter tweaker old man from fucking Sons of Anarchy shit. Like I don't. Like I said, I'm off the train. I'm off the Edge train.
WWE just can't help themselves when it comes to just making sure their audience gets it.
Right.
It's like, it's like, we know you guys saw it, but just in case you didn't understand it, let us repeat that joke for you. It's always.
Then they repeated 3 weeks in a row too.
Yeah. And then later on in the night, they did the same thing with Daniel Bryan. Oh, Daniel Bryan's unhinged now. Okay, cool. We have 3 unhinged superstars.
Yeah. So who we cheering for?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of it's weird, but yeah, the promo just served as a like an official announcement that the rated R superstar has returned. After this, it's announced that tonight's main event is going to be a street fight against between Jey Uso and Daniel Bryan. Edge is asked backstage how he feels about the match. He pretty much just confirms that, look, if Daniel Bryan's taken out, not going to feel bad. Solidifying that he's in it for himself. Following this, we get a 4-way or an 8-man tag match. Boy, people want to make fun of Dynamite doing all these 8-man tag matches. I feel like we're 3 months in to this weird run of 8-man combination tag team. But we had Alpha Academy teaming with the tag champs, the Dirty Dogs, taking on Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic. And then with the Street Profits. Yeah. I was driving at this point. Did anything stand out to you in this match?
For the most part, Alpha Academy and really Ziggler and Rude. Like, I mean, this was actually a pretty good match compared to most of their 4-ways and shit or 8-man tags. Like, it actually had a lot going on. It was pretty back and forth, and I didn't think Alpha Academy was going to get the pin, but they definitely did. I mean,
Otis with that flying splash,
right?
That even from the middle rope,
it looks like he's literally coming from 100 feet. It looks like
$1 million, man.
And how they set it up this time, like I always forget his name.
Chad Gable.
Yeah, Gable did his like rolling the O'Connor roll suplex.
Yeah,
and then he just literally just turned Montez around and laid on top of him.
Held him there. I love that.
Yeah, like that little bitty, like just little bit of context right there, like showing like
Attention to detail, man.
This is how moves should be set up in a tag team match, not dude gets slammed and then he rolls over or scoots over so the guy can hit him from the top rope. Like, this is how it should look.
Hold his ass there.
Yeah, like it was dope.
Yeah. Get Your Podcast popped up in the chat. Says, Kyle and RN, what's good, you guys?
What's good, bro?
Yeah, it's all caps, so that has to be Justin, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's Justin of the Get Show Podcast. What's going on, Justin? So Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match next week. RN, who's your pick? Who you want to see walk home with that gold?
I want the Street Profits to get it back, but at this point, like, I'm not mad at any of the teams. Like, they've actually did some pretty decent storytelling as far as the tag teams go. So, like, and they've all got wins over each other now. So nobody would be like out of place or not make sense.
Right. I'm pulling for either Alpha Academy or Ray and Dominic. Those are the two I'm pulling for.
Yeah, I'd say either Street Profits or Alpha Academy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of on board with Gable and Otis being the new like American Alpha. Like, and then after today too, with how they did the finisher, that I hope they keep that going. Like, I'm into it.
Yeah. Getcho says RN with the Yankee vibes, home run hitter. Vanessa says Ray and Dom are taking it home. I'm kind of with you, Vanessa. They were, like I said, they were kind of leaning into that father-son tag team champs narrative quite a bit.
Like I said, the way how everything is set up, each tag team in it has a story. Street Profits with the redemption, American Alpha being up and coming, Ray and Donovan with the Dominic with the father-son shit, and then the Dirty Dogs, you know what I'm saying, cementing that they are the tag team right now and like keeping their belt and having more than just one damn defense of it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. I think this is probably the best position they've had their tag teams in. Shit, I don't know, in
a while,
a long time. Like, everything makes sense for once.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty invested in this, to say the least.
Right.
Backstage, Paul Heyman approaches Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, just saying, hey, look, we want you guys to sign off that this is a hold harmless in case Daniel Bryan gets injured. I wasn't aware that a no disqualification match could lead to repercussions. You know, it just feels kind of like some silly storytelling.
Right. Just an opportunity to give Paul in
a couple lines. Yeah.
Right.
And give him a couple.
Just get rid of the double thing. Like, move one of them to Raw and leave one of them on SmackDown. Like,
Sonya's taking SmackDown from him.
I hope so. Pierce. Like, get it over with. Like,
well, you heard Adam Pearce getting hesitant, you know, getting defensive, right. And Sonya cuts him off, says, "Great idea, Paul," and signs off on it, man. Yeah.
And then even with that, like, he didn't like give her like a look or anything. He just kind of just like went along with it, simped it out, like it's not. So, I don't know. Like, I'm not. I hate the authority figure shit, like I always have. But like, if you're gonna do it, I'd rather it be a heel one than a baby face.
Why the fuck is the women's division on SmackDown struggling the way it is, and you've got a perfectly healthy Sonya Deville backstage every week?
That's the thing I don't understand too. Like, I told my girlfriend, I hate her as this GM persona. Like, I
like her on TV, but it's like, it's kind of like the same thing with Samoa Joe. You're like, you're not really using them to the best of their ability. Like, they're badasses in the ring, you know? Oh, RN's cutting in and out again.
I don't know what the hell. I've seen so many damn reports to Zoom, bro. It's killing me.
Yeah, you just make sure you stay connected to this call. Don't fuck up my cropping. Up next, Seth Rollins rocking the Easter pastel suit. God dang, this dude in his that
shit is fire, bro. I don't care what nobody says.
And I love how, you know, I want to complain about the cringy, like the drip. It's Rollins drip, but it really does play into Rollins' cringy character also.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because normally I'd be like, white people ruin all those great words that we come up with. Yeah. But this for him, because of what his character is, and like how like it's kind of like a weird like almost dad joke kind of shit with him. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know what like I said, I posted it. I put it in the group chat maybe like last week. Like, he's pretty much becoming my favorite wrestler in WWE. Like, with the suits and shit, and with the, like kind of putting a tweak on the Messiah shit, like, and in ring, like he may be the best performer they have in ring, honestly. So like I'm 100% in on Seth Rollins.
Yeah, man, me too. Fontaine in the chat says RN blamed his internet problems on us, and he's still a problem now. Yeah,
I don't think it's internet. I think it's new.
Yeah. Oh man. Rollins and Cesaro are interviewed about their upcoming match. Once again, terrible writing. This is your chance to get Cesaro over, and you have him imitate a swing dance song. Like, god damn, man, it was rough. Thank God his promo didn't linger on, and Seth Rollins took over.
Right.
The whole segment was Corey
and that
Graves.
big ass suit you had on, bro. It looked like it was 2 sizes too big. Like, you're a fucking European man. Yes. Like, all your shit should be cut and tiny anyway. That suit looked like it was fucking big enough for me, man.
There's swimmers in it, man.
Yeah, it looked like he was wearing his dad's suit as a kid or some shit, bro. I'm like, what are you doing, kid?
Yeah. The whole segment of this is Corey Graves and Cesaro getting under Seth Rollins' skin, reminding him of the embarrassment that he was handed due to being, put in the swing or whatever.
To me, though, like, this whole thing showed, like, the brass ring situation and them using Cesaro as – it showed how fearful people are to just be themselves and do it. Yep. To say fuck with these nerdy-ass 22-year-old white dudes that ain't never been nowhere, done that, or writing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your first WrestleMania singles match in 10 years. I wouldn't give a fuck what one of them put in front of my face. Yeah. Like, unless it was like straight from the old man, like, I need you to say this, this, and this. I do the bullet points like they used to do back in the day and say whatever the hell was on my mind and deal with it. It's better to ask forgiveness and permission, bro. Like, like, I don't understand. Like, Cesaro probably never even listened to none of that fucking music or that song that they had him quoting, bro. Like, get out of here,
some
man.
nerdy shit, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, they say they want you to step up and they say they want you to do this, but everyone's scared to because they know if they do, it's going to be repercussions where they might get fired. Yeah. With AEW now, I wouldn't be scared of anything. I'd be like, go on, fire me. Go on, fire me. You think AEW's not going to sign me as soon as that 90-day clause is up?
Yeah.
I take every chance in the book.
You got a good point, man. Yeah, because definitely going by what the stuff that was handed to Cesaro just felt like a disservice to the man. He's better. He's never been that great on the mic, man. But Jesus, dude, you're handing him some terrible writing. Seth Rollins eventually gets pissed off at Cesaro, cracking jokes at him, and then acts like he's going to hit Cesaro. Cesaro says, "Take a swing," and Rollins.
That was funny though.
Yeah, that part was actually pretty good. Yeah. Rollins backs off. And then following this altercation, was it the trailer time? No. What was up next? It was the Natty and Shayna and all the women tag team fiasco stuff here. This is hot garbage, man. I'm telling you. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut because I might get us kicked off. Yeah, Vanessa's in the chat. No, man. Listen, everything WWE has stumbled so hard on all of their women's title pictures. Right. The Sasha and Bianca have lost all of their fire in their feud. There is no sizzle between those two anymore. Asuka and Rhea Ripley, it's just happening too fast. There's been no build. Right. It's just dropped on us all of a sudden. And then I don't know what the hell is going on with the women tag team picture with Shayna and Nia Jax just being made to look stupid and losing every week. Every week. Like, I don't. And then on top of that, it not only are they losing to and getting their ass kicked by the jobber fake tag teams, they're also getting whooped by the both women's titles, the match people that they're in the matches with, like, getting disrespected by them too. Like, Shayna went from being the most dominant female NXT champion, arguably. You can debate between her and Asuka. But still, the most dominant NXT champ, and she loses to Live, Laugh, Love Natalia. by a fucking roll up in a matter of like a minute or two.
90 seconds tops.
Dude, it just, Jesus Christ. It's so...
And it had so like a Natty of all people. Like, Natty, seriously? Like, come on, bro. Like,
your favorite wrestler losing to your most hated wrestler.
Literally. Like, and my thing is, too, is like, she just kicked fucking Oscar's face off a few weeks ago, and she's losing to a roll-up to fucking Natty. And then, on top of that, they get their ass beat by every tag team on the damn roster.
Yeah, so we get like... I feel like they were trying to recreate one of those classic SmackDown moments where like a big name walks out, gets out there, does a big move. I get what they were going for. It was kind of sloppy. It was just kind of just out of nowhere. You know, like there's been no real hot feud. Teams. Yeah, it was out of nowhere. But like, let's run through who came out. So obviously after the match, they beat down Natalya, which caused Tamina to get in there. Tamina gets beat down. But then the Riot Squad come out. They get some shit in. Following the Riot Squad, you get Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. They come out.
Why did Mandy run out by herself, or did she just fucking outrun Dana?
She outran Dana. Dana
like, was just, what
the? Yeah. Dana was just half a football field behind her.
Literally.
Yeah. And then following them, you had Naomi and Lana.
We can start from the beginning. When the Riot Squad came in, they had that botched ass fucking trying to do the DDT off the top rope thing. Then when then Nia and them had a botch. Then Mandy Rose fucking just sprinted 40-yard dash on fucking Dana Brooks and left her, so their spot got kind of thrown off. Then when Lana and fucking Naomi came, they were supposed to do like the double kick thing, and Lana's was 20, 30 seconds behind Naomi's. Like it was literally botch after botch.
Lana did hit.
She hit her, but
she also hit an okay crossbody. I'm not trying to shit, not shitting on Lana specifically, but like everything involved in this segment was botched. Sloppy,
like,
man. It was so
it
sloppy
was terrible.
And botched.
When and then when Nia, who did she cream? She just creamed someone straight like Bob Sapp off his linebacker or somebody. Was it Tamina? I don't know who.
I forget. Maybe it was somebody in the corner though. I know what you're talking about. She's
just completely clobbered them, and like it was all just so like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not mad that the Raw tag teams came because you only have one set of titles. So like that part don't bother me. Like I'm all right with that. But just like how the ending to the match and then all the like sloppiness to it and then making the champs look like shit. Like they should have been they should either slid out chicken shit heel style and got out of it or has been standing tall at the end of it, not getting fucking laid out by Lana and I can't even fucking say her, Natty and fucking Tamina. That shit was so stupid, bro.
Fontaine in the chat says, Lana, Natty, Nia, and Tamina all in the same match. Fire.
Yeah, dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. Oh man. No, I love a lot of these women, man. I do love a lot of these women. It's just, dude, they really give them shit to do. They give them terrible shit to do.
And I like that they actually have tag teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks that they're all like split up and you got to go back and forth. But like, we got to actually see that there is a tag team division. They're just fucking shitty at presenting it and giving us something with.
Yeah. I don't even know who I want to walk off with those belts. I guess Lana and I'd say Lana and Naomi.
I wouldn't be mad at that. Like,
them were the Riot Squad.
Yeah, we were talking about in the chat. Like, the Riot Squad deserves a run just for how they got fed to fucking Ronda Rousey. Like, they deserve it just for that, even though that was 2 years ago.
Also, wouldn't mind seeing Tamina. Granted, I know that doesn't mean putting a belt on Natalya, but it is kind of a fucking crime that Tamina has been in the company as long as she has. And
that's probably who's going to win. That's who I think is going to win.
It never got gold. They're booking Tamina and Natalya the strongest out of everybody. Though.
Right.
Yeah, they really are.
It grinds my fucking gears. Like, I want to spit at my own TV screen.
Backstage, Carmella accepts a resume from Billy Kay. We'll see if that goes anywhere.
I was kind of okay with that. I was kind of down with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, me and Bama talked about it last week. We were like, yeah, do that. Like, do that.
I'm definitely into that. Like,
they both will benefit from each other.
Absolutely. And they both, Lana doesn't get enough credit for her comedy and like how she, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially the shit with R-Truth. Like,
Yeah,
I think that was dope.
Solid.
Yeah, I think it elevated them both. So like, I wouldn't mind seeing her like kind of in that same position where I don't want Billie Kay to cost her matches, but I wouldn't mind Billie Kay doing some dumb shit, messing up and helping her get wins. And she's like, shit, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind something like that. Like, not the like the
Probably
bullshit.
turn
like
Carmella face over time.
Exactly.
Billie Kay would wear on her. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. And I think that would be better than the same old shit that they do. Cost the matches. They end up in a feud eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that's what they do every time.
Probably
like,
what we're going to get, though. It is
right.
almost exactly what we're going to get.
Absolutely.
We got all the Logan Paul stuff up after this. So Sami Zayn.
That's somebody I hate probably more than I hate Natty.
So Sami Zayn greets Logan Paul on a red carpet backstage. Pulls up in a limo. After a commercial break, they come out. It's the debut of the conspiracy theory documentary trailer that Sammy's been working on. Logan Paul and him are hanging out. Sammy's just doing his neurotic, just over caffeinated act to a T. And Logan Paul's just playing the role of some chill guy, just there. You know?
It's not that he doesn't play well at all because he's literally not a chill guy at all.
Yeah. With that being said, Sammy comes out, you know, once this trailer gets out, everyone will see, you know, everyone will agree. He runs the trailer. The trailer is just a bunch of like snippets of Sami Zayn backstage, some B-roll footage, that just to make up like any generic conspiracy theory trailer.
Right.
And it was pretty funny. It was okay. There was nothing to it. Like we learned.
I still don't understand why the hell is Logan Paul there. Like,
yeah, we learned zero. Well, Logan Paul was there because kayfabe wise, Sammy reached out to him on Twitter and said, "Hey, you know, I'm hated. You're hated. How about you look at this? You know, tell me what you think." And that's what it was. It all happened on social media. Okay. But anyways, afterwards, Sammy's, you know, elated by his trailer, like he just released goddamn Shawshank Redemption or something.
His tux was fire too.
Yeah, no, he was dressed pretty damn good, man.
That tux was fire.
I'm ready for him to get rid of that hair though. God, that hair's so bad.
I don't even. Yeah, he looks like a homeless vet.
Dude, he really he looks like Lieutenant Dan. Yeah. Ginger Lieutenant Dan. Anyways, Sammy's elated, you know, says, "Logan, what did you think?" Paul starts to tell him that, "Hey, while you were taking a piss or something, I spoke to Kevin Owens and he says that you're delusional, you know, and you can't be trusted, this and that." And Sammy loses his cool, snaps, offends Logan Paul, tries to reel him back in, you know, tries to cool the flames. But before anything could happen, Kevin Owens comes out, delivers a stunner to Sammy. Thought he was going to give Paul a stunner, but
I did too.
Yeah, I think they're saving that for Mania something. It's either that or Logan Paul. They're going to lean into Logan Paul's like a boxer, and he's going to knock someone out. Yeah,
I think they're going to do the like Tyson shit.
Yeah. It was announced though. Sammy actually asked before the trailer even rolled, was like, "Hey, how about you be my guest at Mania?" Which we all saw this coming, and Paul agreed to. So,
right.
It was a weird segment. It was. The trailer was pretty funny though.
Yeah, it is what it is. They got to have a couple celebrity bullshit matches at Mania. So,
you think we're actually gonna get the mockumentary? Like, you think they'll actually?
I don't know. Like,
drop something.
I wish they would. I think it'd be fucking dope, especially if they put it like on the network or something. Like,
it'd be on the network or on YouTube.
Right.
It strikes me as kind of like what they did with Southpaw Wrestling. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It strikes me as like they do that, is they drop it like on YouTube or something. I'd want to see it though. I definitely want to see it, especially if it's done by like WWE film crew. You know, it'll be fire.
Right. I feel like it's gonna be like what all their other things. It'll be just like a storyline that disappears.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I kind of agree with you, though. I really think that might be it. So what came after the Logan Paul segment here? Let me scroll up.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm not going to
Twitter. Carmella had her match against Bianca Belair. Carmella attacks Bianca before the match can begin to get the upper hand. I think I was just getting home with the kids at this point. One of the last things I remember seeing was Carmella tying Bianca Belair's hair to a ring rope to beat her down.
I was after they got back in the ring. Like, it started out, she tried to punt kick her, and like how Bianca landed, she wouldn't fall out the ring. She kept kind of just like bouncing back and forth on the edge, and then finally Carmella shoved her out.
Oh man!
But yeah, she did tie her hair in the ring. That was dope.
Okay. I think I missed the ending. I think what happened was my dog got out the yard. I remember when I got home, my dog ran off. I spent some time. I had shit playing on my phone, but I wasn't watching it.
Right.
So I think that this was that part right there. I assume, Bianca won, right? Like, there was a finish.
Yeah, it was a finish, and then Sasha crept in, like, as Bianca was celebrating, she turned around and called her, and then she just hit her with the, like, yeah, okay, you got me. She slid out the ring, and that was it. Yeah,
it was weird. I guess I missed the angle, because to me, it actually looked like Sasha tried to put her in, like, the Hurt Lock. But that was probably just me not seeing my phone that good. But, dude, talk about some weak sauce, man. Is that really... This is the Hogan Rock shit that we were thinking we were going to get between these two? Was, you caught me sneaking up on you. I'm just going to go on out. Like, no, man, drop a stunner on that bitch or something, man. Drop an elbow. Y'all should be blood feuding. Like, this shit's all just about, like, I say I'm better than you. You say you're better than me. And let's go have a match. And it's not even... There's nothing to it. There's no heat.
The problem that we have with a lot of these angles is that there's no diversity on the writing team. And I'm not even going to play the race card like I normally do. Like, they need more women to participate, to help with writing for women. And I feel like that's what the hang-up is with a lot of these feuds with the women, and why they don't take the steps we think they should take is because how can a man give a woman voice as far as heat and how she would feel and what would piss her off? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like they're not even angry at each other. It's not. It's like they don't.
That's what I'm saying. It's nothing. It's superficial shit. What men think women get mad about. Like,
yeah, you say you're the.
I'm the best. Like,
yeah, no. You say you're the boss. I say I'm the EST. Let's go figure out who it is at Mania. Oh wow, right. What a Mania fucking feud is. Who gets to feel validated by how they label themselves? It's fucking stupid. Now, granted, it's like how I looked at the Arcade Anarchy match that just took place on Dynamite. I was like, dude, I'm so done with this feud. I'm fucking tired of everybody that's involved in this feud. You fast forward to the match delivered in spades. The match was fun as fuck. That's what I anticipate here. Like, just
it's gonna be a match. That's the thing.
I hope so.
These stupid little fuckers can't fuck up what they're gonna do in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the saving grace for a lot of these feuds that we pump up, and for a lot of feuds that we shit on, is that no matter what, you can't change in the ring. These two women are gonna fucking blow the top off on the ring.
I hope so, man. Especially because I think it was officially announced, even though I'm against it. They're main eventing night 1, I want to say.
I didn't see anything like that. Was on April Fool's Day as well, and I haven't seen anything.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything anywhere else confirmed.
Well, you know, it's still, everything's still up in the air. Like that whole card.
Yeah, absolutely.
They probably won't know up until like fucking the night before or the night of.
Don't get me wrong. I want them to main event, but like
I wanted a good story.
This run up to it is not. It's not giving anything worth being a main event for. Like, to me, this is not a main event match from the build. Like, I know that inside the ring, it is a main event match, but the building up to it to make it a WrestleMania fucking main event is not there in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Blowout hopped in the chat. He said, "What's up, RN? What's up, Kai Tai? All the way from Hilo, Hawaii. Aloha Warriors, it's blowout time. I fucking love blowout, man.
I fucking love his shit,
dude.
too.
I love blowout. He still ain't even watched SmackDown yet. SmackDown probably ain't even aired on his shit yet.
Fuck.
He's like 4
I
hours behind.
spoil it for you, bro.
He always hops on. No, it's always been like that. He's always hopped in our recaps before he's even able to watch the show. Oh man, but yeah, it's just the feud is just not. It's not well rounded. It's this whole thing is just going to be one dimensional, and even then, there's still no guarantee. You remember we had AJ Styles and Nakamura facing each other at Mania, and that match just wound up okay. You know,
right?
So even then, it's not a guarantee.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. What match on these entire 2 nights of cards is a great build, or feels like a WrestleMania build?
It's here's the issue, and we've been saying this. We've been saying it is the turnaround time from Fastlane to Mania is too short.
Yep.
You just are fucking rushing everything. You need to take Fastlane out. I've even said go as far as take fucking Elimination Chamber out and run Royal Rumble to WrestleMania with no pay-per-views. Just have like a special event on Raw or SmackDown in between.
See, I think they should get rid of Fastlane, Great Balls of Fire, whatever the fuck you would call it. But to me, Elimination Chamber should be for whatever the Royal Rumble winner, for the whatever belt the Royal Rumble winner doesn't decide.
Right. Even
that's what, and then you move on. Then you literally started from Elimination Chamber, but like they find every single fucking way they can to convolute things and to make things like ridiculous. So now, like we got 2 nights of WrestleMania, and it feels just like a regular ass pay-per-view in June.
I completely agree with you. I think I'm personally invested in the Fiend's match the most, just because I feel like there's going to be a lot of creativity there. Hopefully. He delivered last year with the Firefly Funhouse. I'm hoping for something on that level again. But yeah, I don't know. Probably, I mean, even Drew McIntyre facing Bobby Lashley, there's just been so much convoluted crap with the Hurt Business breaking up and
for no fucking reason at all.
No, I mean, you're right. It does feel less special. I thank God they have a live audience to make to kind of make up for where other areas are lacking. People are going to be excited just to be there, whether or not they have legendary matches or feuds taking place. Just like, hey, we're people at a WrestleMania, you know? So thank God for that aspect. It's announced later that Drew McIntyre will be taking on King Corbin next week on Raw. Backstage, Apollo Crews challenges Big E to change the stipulation for their match to a Nigerian drum fight. What's your take, resident black guy on the show?
I could give 2 fucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, they lost me with this shit too. Dragged on, gone too long. Like I love, we've had this conversation. Like I love both of them. I love their intensity in the ring. I love their chemistry in the ring. But like you said, there's some feuds they've been dragging out for 6 fucking months, and some feuds they just started 2 weeks ago. Like it's no like it's you're too like bouncing around trying to keep up with what's going on. And this is another thing. This feud has been literally going on since fucking Royal Rumble, right?
I mean, before then, technically, but the turn I think happened around Rumble or something. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just been. It's too long. Like, and I know we've always said, well, you bitch about long-term storytelling, you bitch down the light, but doing long-term storytelling well and just drawing shit out long-term is not the same thing. They are 2 completely different beasts. And this is just gone on way longer than it should have.
Yeah. I mean, I'm finding myself more compelled by Apollo Crews and Big E. And I love how Big E's character's fleshing out, especially to this just ruthless killer and terrifying human being. I'm easily more terrified of Big E now than I would be of Roman Reigns, just because he truly is
putting his hands on somebody.
But this whole Nigerian drum fight, Apollo Crews describes it as a type of match people would have in Nigeria when disrespected, and they would it's no holds barred, and they would hit each other so hard it would sound like drums from knuckles cracking on skulls and bullshit.
The ass in the Lions Den thing or whatever the hell it was, like Riddle and
the Fight Den or something.
Yeah, whatever the hell that was.
I never saw the match. I heard it was terrific though.
Oh, it was dope.
Yeah,
with, Thatcher and Riddle.
I'll have to go back and watch that. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Afterwards, we get the street fight. Daniel Bryan, Jey Uso. It was good, man. Jey Uso, we got a chair shot to the head, although it was a dive into the chair.
Right.
That caught my attention. I think I was putting the kids to bed, and I was like, oh, I hit him in the head with a chair, and I was like, what? Let me go check out that replay. But
this is another thing. Like, how many times have we seen this fucking match?
Yeah, no, exactly. It was a serviceable match. You had Edge. The real intrigue was, would Edge or Roman Reigns get involved? Because the whole match was built around we could take Daniel Bryan out early, you know.
Right, but a lot of this too, like, goes back to some of the things we were saying earlier. We wouldn't keep seeing this if they would give Roman Reigns some other fucking soldiers to use.
Yeah.
Like, it would have made a hell of a lot more sense if every week he was throwing a new guy at him. Not literally Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso 17 times since Royal Rumble, pretty much. Like, it almost seems like they're in a main event fight every fucking week, or at least have some sort of interaction with each other every week. Like, it's like I said, all this shit is falling apart for me. Like, I'm getting back to feeling pre Roman Reigns return. Like,
yeah, he's getting burnt out by the same feuds. I hear you, man. Absolutely do. The match was pretty brutal. Daniel Bryan took a lot of shit that would normally put someone away. At one point, he gets struck by a chain balled up around Jey Uso's fist, and then Jey even hits the splash. I'm tired of them calling it a frog splash. It's just a splash.
Yeah. Call it Simone splash. Like, I mean,
yeah, something, man.
It is what it is.
Kicks out of that. We get some cool spots. Daniel Bryan suplexing Jey Uso off a stair onto the floor. That was pretty brutal. And then the end came. Yeah, the end came with Daniel Bryan ruthlessly elbowing Jey Uso in the head with the chain wrapped around his arm repeatedly. And then he tapped him out due to the yes lock. He immediately leaves the ring and does a running knee to Edge.
That was fire.
Yeah. Just wasted no time.
And the fact how does he get it off with such little space? Like, he doesn't need to run at all.
No.
Like, he took like 2 steps and took Edge out with that shit. That might have been the best part of the whole damn match to me.
Yeah. I love how it's literally just the Claymore kick except with the knee.
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. After the, like I said, Daniel Bryan, he beats Edge down. He repeatedly slams his head into the ring post, takes off after Roman Reigns. He dodges the computer chair that Roman's was sitting in, and or office chair, and then running knees Roman Reigns, puts him in the yes lock. Roman passes out as officials like Adam Pearce and the refs all peel Daniel Bryan off of him. Bryan runs back into the ring, delivers the yes chant. I thought Bryan was just going to get up and just go back after Edge. We were just going to go off the air with him.
I thought that's what he was going to do too, man. Those fucking hit those things slamming his head into the ring post. That shit was
pretty violent.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, we're back to now. Is Daniel Bryan the heel?
Yeah, so that was the thing is they announced Daniel Bryan's unhinged. Like, dude, you just made every character the fucking same. Roman Reigns, the unhinged leader, who's secretly very insecure. Edge became unhinged when Daniel Bryan gets in the match. Now Daniel Bryan's unhinged. But no, they're going to label everybody different. They're going to say Edge is the rated R superstar, Bryan's unhinged. They're all the same fucking character right now.
Literally.
They're all just bloodthirsty heels, I guess. I don't know.
No, you do know. You just said it. They're all fucking heels. Everything they've done up to this point, no one is the babyface in this feud.
No. Where the lapse of judgment here was for me, why did we go through the trouble of making this a street fight, the hold harmless agreement, acknowledging Edge doesn't mind the idea of Bryan being taken out. Obviously, Roman perpetrating Jey Uso to take Daniel Bryan out. Why the fuck did neither Edge or Roman take the opportunity, disregard it's a fucking match, and take the odd guy out and hospitalize him?
Right. Or why is there even a ref out there counting and shit for a street fight anyway? It's supposed to be no rules.
I know, but it's even then, like I said, it's like you built this whole match around the idea that Roman and Edge want Daniel out of the match, and they're willing to stand right next to the match and do nothing about it, like leave it up to Jey, who doesn't have the best track record of doing Roman's bidding in the ring, at least. So that was the only part.
Another thing, like my thing is too, like you said, like who gives a fuck if Jey wins or not? You're supposed to just take Daniel Bryan out. So like he should have just been just on his ass, just destroying him with chairs and shit and everything, literally out the gate to try and take him out. Like I said, this is just back to, like you said, normal, no sense making, fucking ridiculous storytelling and plots and holes that don't make any sense.
It's pro wrestling, But it was the show. Like I said, it had some good parts in there. Like it's weird. Tonight wasn't really proof of it, but I do like Apollo Crews and Big E's stuff. I did like the idea now of getting Carmella with Billy Kay. Yep. I do like the tag team scene right now, the men's tag team rather.
Right.
There's some stuff in there. And then once again, although tonight's segment was bad, we are, gonna get Cesaro in a singles match at Mania against Seth Rollins. That's pretty fire as well.
That's probably going to be the match of the weekend.
I hope so, man. I hope they stand and deliver, bro. Yeah. But I mean, that's it. That's the show for you guys. Thank you. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Thank you everybody on Twitch showing up, chatting, having fun with us. We'll catch you guys. What's the next show? Raw. Do the Raw recap on Monday. If you would consider possibly supporting us, heading on over to Patreon. Check out our Patreon over there, SmackDraw Podcast. Still got all those stickers, t-shirts. I'm sitting on them, man. UWO looks like it's coming back for a special edition on 420 this month. Just enough time for you to head on over to Patreon, subscribe to it, and then you can submit your video unpopular opinions. Yeah, man. So yeah, check it out. Support us. We appreciate everything. But really, man, it was a good show, RN. It was fun.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was okay. All right, man. Until next time, you guys. Y'all have a good one.
See you next week.